Hi, this is Jacob of Jacob LE Video Production, and in this video I'm going to show you how to optimize your YouTube channel and YouTube videos to get you more views. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this in depth, and I thought it would be helpful for you to follow along. I'm very dedicated to growing my channel this year. I've helped other brands grow their channels and grown them in the past, but this one is brand new, so I'm starting from scratch. So this is the process I'm going to go through to make sure I can optimize my thumbnails and my keywords, and it'll let me see exactly what I am ranking for. So let me switch views. I've got my channel pulled up right here. I'll go to Video Manager, and I'm going to do the Studio Beta. I think if you're in the regular thing, it's up here and you do Creator Studio. So the analytics is what I am the most interested in. And you can see how to choose music for your video start to finish is my second highest in terms of watch time, whereas it only has 27 views. So that's a very long video. Anytime people watch it, it goes way up. So almost in their eyes, that's my second most successful, even though it only has 27 views. So I'm going to go into the individual videos, and I want to go back because I'll be able to find the click-through rate. And click-through rate is basically the number of people who see your video, what percentage actually clicked it. Generally, your click-through rate's going to be a little bit lower when you're starting off, and the reason is just familiarity. If they show your video to someone brand new, they're going to be less likely than if they show up a related video based off of someone who's already seen it. So, you know, there's a channel like Miles Beckler, who his content's great. That's a little shout out. I've seen a ton of his videos. If I'm scrolling through my feed and I see him, I'm more likely to click. So basically, as you grow and expand, your click-through rate should go up because people are more familiar with you and what you're about. So I'm gonna go back a little ways because it does take some time and impressions to figure it out. I also designed my thumbnails a bit later, which means I should be judging them on the ones that have had the same thumbnail from the beginning. All right, so for the very first example I'm going to do my video on is Facebook Organic Reach Dead. And you can see the watch time has been pretty consistently growing, same with the number of views. And here's how we want to dig into the details. So you can see the impressions over time, which is the number of people they've shown it to, is fairly consistent, which is good. That means it's probably related a lot with search rather than them just showing it to people who are subscribers or familiar with my channel. And 8.5, this is actually a pretty decent impression rate. Some of mine are a lot lower, so I do not want to swap out the thumbnail, at least until that creators. But you can see there may be some repeat viewers or even, you know, myself clicking it again to optimize it. But views seem to be fairly consistent along with impressions. So it seems like with that click-through rate, it's doing pretty well. And looking up the traffic, yeah, 60% through YouTube search. This is definitely higher than some of my other videos. It means people are finding me through the search. Interestingly enough, through Google search, but 23% through Yahoo. And suggested videos, some from that. I do have it in a playlist. I tried to optimize that, so it is good that some people are finding it specifically through that. You have your view duration, and here's what's really important. Facebook algorithm 2019 is 6.8% of people are finding it through that, so that seems to be the top search term people are finding it. I don't think that was the keyword I tried to optimize. I'm going to open it up in a new tab. Is organic reach dead? and I'll go to edit video because I want to access TubeBuddy for this and compare and contrast. And so I can see maybe I'm ranking for number 1, like is organic reach dead? I'm ranking number 1, but I'm also, not seeing that anywhere. So I don't think that's a keyword that I'm trying to optimize it for. Facebook algorithm 2019. I'm going to open up a new private window. And the reason I want to do a private video window is YouTube, what they put in front of you depends on what you've seen previously. And since, I just gave myself another watch with this one, I watched my content more than someone unfamiliar. So if I do a private window, that's not going to be skewed in that exact way. So I'm going to search Facebook algorithm 2019. 2019. Because that wasn't even a keyword I used. Try it without. So this is interesting. This is the top one that I'm ranking for. And right now I'm 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All the way down here. But it says that's number 1 search. So I think I'll go into TubeBuddy. Okay, so I do have it in the title, which is important. So within the beginning, well, I can do it Facebook algorithm 2019. Tags aren't as important, but it'll be nice to, at least have that included. So I could change the wording to, as Facebook for Business pages continue to change, a number of people are asking, with Facebook's 2019 algorithm, is organic reach dead? So I think I'll leave that as is in the title since it has it pretty clearly there. I don't think I actually need the advice. So Facebook algorithm for 2019, then people may be able to see it more if that's exactly what they're searching. So I'm going to save changes, and then I will go back in time and see if I'm a little bit higher on that list, because that seems to be where people are finding me. Facebook algorithm as well, I optimize it better for that. So I'm going to come back to that. Let me look at the next example. So this one is doing significantly less well. It has a lower impression rate, so I will redesign that thumbnail to make it better. And you can see the impressions are not quite as linear. It doesn't seem like I'm doing quite as well in search. Actually, 36% is through playlists and 13% is through YouTube search. So I'll want to look at, it's not even telling me what I'm ranking for, so that probably means none of the things I'm trying for I'm actually ranking for. Let me just pull up edit video. So it will tell me what I rank for with this video. And it may just be none of them. Aperture videography, interesting. And then just for my company name. So let's see, aperture, that's in the title. So what I'm going to do is search aperture videography. Okay, so I'm down there. Let me see. So if I'm already ranking for aperture videography, I think my best shot is to redo the thumbnail, try to get a better impression rate, and then it really seems like the aperture videography is something that I could just sprinkle in maybe in the first sentence or in some way. Oh, I spelled it wrong, that would help. Just to try to get into aperture videography because I don't seem to be ranking for the other ones that I was going after. I could also, if that doesn't work, over time try to see if I can come up with a different term where it could rank. But you definitely want to spend some time doing this, but not go absolutely crazy because you want to be spending time creating content. However, with figuring out thumbnails, if you can hone in on something that's working really well, that can potentially, going forward, mean that you're designing a lot better thumbnails. So it is good to, at least at some points, be learning. This is like 1 month on YouTube. It's good to get some knowledge from that. It is interesting that for some of them, the search terms, like corporate video, was not one I was going for at all with this one. This is it too late to start YouTube? This is 5.7 click-through rate. I think that's fine. They say to shoot for about 6%, and I'm a new channel. It does seem in this one like my impressions are kind of tapering off, so probably it was through channel pages or something else, and the YouTube search is just not very much. 17% from YouTube recommending. So corporate video, let me just open this up. Is it too late to start YouTube? Take a look in TubeBuddy. Then I can actually see if it's ranking for anything. I checked it, it was at one point, but so my courses of action, I could go for a different keyword and change around the title and the first part of the description, or I could try for something completely new if I decided it was worth my time to try to get a little bit more views for this. I think it makes the most sense if you have like a really amazing piece of content you put a lot of time into, it's worth coming back a month or two later on. So this is kind of the process I'm going through. I don't want to spend over, an hour because really I'm just trying to learn and maybe try to tweak and optimize things a little bit and figure out what exactly I'm ranking for and if that's in line with the keywords that I am specifically going for. Anyway, I thought this may be helpful for some people who just have a brand new YouTube channel and can't figure out why they're not getting views and what they can do to tweak their videos to get better views. Definitely look at the impression rate, look at the YouTube search. That's going to be how you want to be finding the majority of your content. Like you can see for the best performing one I have, the Facebook likes, that has by far the highest click-through rate and by far the most through search. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you. I will see you in the next video.